Hello, hello, Cancer. This is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill. And it's also Lady J of Lady J's Tarot Reading. I am in my tent at a Ren Fair, and I wanted to introduce you to Lady J in the flesh and see what happens when I do this way and see if how you all receive it. I'm going to be changing the name of my site, my channel, to Lady J's Tarot Reading, or something close to it, and I will keep you posted on what all that turns into. Lots of cross-posting, etc., etc. And I'm here now to talk to Cancer about the 10th through the 16th. So I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video, and we're using all new decks, so don't be alarmed when you see that. And all the links will be in the comments, so don't be alarmed. There's also this card, which is our guidance card for the month, and we're talking about evolution. It is Herderite, which is a really cool stone, and Herderite is speaking to us about where you're changing. You have a lot of change going on right now. We had a big old psychic lightning bolt thing happen last week. Don't be alarmed. I'm here for you. If you know me personally, call me. I got you. You don't have to be afraid about what's going on. You're just sort of waking up. And that's okay. Nothing bad about that. We're all good, okay? So let's experience what's happening for this particular week. We have the other crazy deck we're going to introduce, which is the Alleyman's Tarot deck. And I will go ahead and put out these cards right now to add more information to what's going on. All right? Rest assured, none of these match. It's a compilation deck from over 150 artists, so it's kind of interesting and crazy and different. So it's fun, though. So let's look at what's going on. We got the moving on card telling us that after all the things that happened last week, we are ready to move forward in some direction. We're moving away from the dark and into the light. So this is a good card, not a problem, not a big deal. We are moving towards growth. Very good stuff. We like that very much. Looks like you have a compass in your hand. It's going to be very helpful. Good direction. We also have this wonderful dog right here. This little puppy here is here to tell you about, speaking about loyalties, speaking about, it feels like you're wanting more loyalty in your world. He looks a bit hungry. So we want you to understand that maintaining balance in your life, maintaining your loyalties, and creating more loyalty with other people is going to be really important. I want you to feel that and understand what that is. And of course, to use your best judgment in the situation, because we have the Judgment card. This is an opportunity for you to step into it, step into something new, but hopefully you'll have a posse of new people that come your way that are people you can find loyalty in, and of course using your best judgment. Huzzah! Perfect. This is good stuff. There will be, when you step from one life to another, heartache and loss. So don't be surprised if you have some feelings about what's going on, about what you've left behind. It's not wrong. It's not bad. It's a thing. Just don't let it block you from moving forward, right? There is also a situation where you're not going to be able to balance your finances very much. So, wah, I know. You're probably, as you step into this next situation, you're going to be spending a little more money than normal. It's going to feel frustrating to you, but you're ready for it. You've actually prepared for this, so it's not really a shock. You are prepared. Don't be alarmed. And this card is called The Thing Among Reflections. All right? So, shows this person standing in front of some mirrors, and there's some devils in the mirror, okay? In the mirrors, both mirrors. And this speaks to me that we have a dark side. We are, we tend to try and turn away from it and not see it, not pay attention to it. The better answer is normally to acknowledge it, throw it a wink occasionally, and let it know that, hey, We'll overindulge later, okay? Don't you worry about that. But for now, but if you don't acknowledge it, it will come and make messes and do things that are frustrating and make you feel stuff you don't really want to feel, okay? So keeping that in mind, we're going to go ahead and look at our solution for the week. See what here's heartache and loss. You're probably not paying attention to how you're spending your money. Maybe you're doing some financial therapy, right? Okay, might be buying yourself out of a situation, and that's your shadow side stepping out to say hello. So these are things that are happening, part of our blockage. The new beginning, though, is your solution. So as you step into this new place, new world, you're finding yourself having, you're like, but the things I bought were important for where I'm going, and I'm just having to handle it no matter what. So new beginnings are always interesting. You may or may not have the right stuff to do it, so you're having to make adjustments. Okay? There is a gateway opportunity in this situation. This is the second look at an opportunity to step forward. This new beginnings has Fool all over it, and the Two of Wands says, yeah, no, this opportunity is open. It's right there, and you are absolutely in a position to move forward. So keep yourself in that mode and allow for that. All right? Good news. And this is the Empress. I love the Empress card. It's a fabulous card. It means that you're able to bring in to your world anything you need. Just put the energy out in the universe, right? The Empress speaks of the pregnant mother and the baby. Interesting. This version of the Empress has actually some chains involved, which is super interesting. You don't appear to be on the baby, so that's good news. But it's across her lap. And of course, there's a slice of this whole image that shows nothing but the red of a skeleton. And that's interesting too, reminding us that part of birth and death are kind of intermixed in a cycle of their own, right? We want you to remember that cycle is still in process all the time. And the new beginnings are, of course, you having a new beginning and a gateway, all good. We love that. I want to say that there might be some discipline in the situation. It's funny that I see this as a gateway, of course, a Two of Wands, but what it really is a Two of Whips, which is super fun, right? And that's where the discipline comes in, right? We have to discipline ourselves a little bit as we step into this new beginning. Disciplining the finances, you'll get hold of that stuff, and it'll be awesome, okay? And of course, with the Empress, we're reminding ourselves that with all the wins, we have some loss. It's part of the cycle of death and rebirth, right? So whatever you've been letting go of is important, and it's okay to acknowledge it. If you don't acknowledge what you're letting go of, you're really not giving it its due. So maybe through some journaling or some other things you can do that will help you get there. I want you to feel more comfortable with the fact that you've walked away from something, all right? So we're going to go ahead and get some clarification for this 10th through the 16th. We'll clarify some of these cards. All right. Let's pull a card for the dog. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for the Thing Among Reflections. Let's clarify the Two of Whips. And of course, the Empress. Usually the Empress is as simple as, put your energy out in the universe and it will come to you, whatever you want. And yet this one doesn't feel like that. It feels different. So I'm going with it. Let's see what's coming. All right. So we have the moving on card telling us that this week you're starting something new for yourself, as is evidenced by a few other cards here. And the dog here. Interesting. It's been clarified with helpless and hopeless. So even as you're moving on, you're feeling a little bit like you were pushed out maybe. Instead of moving in strength, you are now moving in less than strength. So if you're feeling helpless and hopeless, I want to encourage you to look for something that is loyal to you, all right? Someone or something that will be loyal to you and that you can share a beer with, you can hang out with, you can be comfortable in that moment. And even if it only turns out to be a cat or a pet or something that is loyal to you, find that thing and hang on to it, okay? Because you're not helpless and you're not hopeless. You have lots of good things happening, okay? You are not out in the cold. You are not alone, all right? Using your better judgment will get you where you need to go, all right? Don't give up on your better judgment. It's all right there. Heartache and loss is right here, the area where you're blocked. Speaking about your heart, feeling the losses of what you walked away from to move on. I think you're still feeling the losses from what you moved on from. Your finances are still a little wonky. All right, that happens, especially when you're starting something new. So don't be mad at yourself, but acknowledge the shadow side of yourself, as we did with the reflections card. The thing among the reflections, right? The devil side of ourselves, the dark side. It's okay to have a dark side. It's just about dealing with it. And awaiting results. Haha. So now you're waiting for results. You're waiting for something to improve, as a matter of, hey, I did all this work. I've done these changes. I've moved on. I did the thing. La, 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 la. And now you want to see what's coming. You want to see something. But it's blocked right now. So breathe. Sometimes we just have to put it out there and let faith hold it. Okay? Let the faith hold it. All right? So, New Beginnings is right here, talking about how there are opportunities and you're going to be beginning them. It is your solution to start something. The Two of Whips is here. I saw it as a gateway first. So that's how it came to me, as a gateway. So don't be afraid to step through that gateway. The New Beginnings is definitely a Fool card. It's even got a 0 on it. So Fool all the way. Step into it. Step into what's happening around you. All right? Balance. 14. So we want to remain balanced. We want you to create balance. If you don't already have balance, step into it. Create it. And be okay with it. This could be mental balance. This could be physical balance. This could be emotional balance. We want all three to be the whole of you that is balanced as you're stepping through the gateway, okay? Knowing that you can manifest what you need to. You can manifest anything you need to as long as you're willing to detach. That explains the chains on this Empress card. This is a detached card telling me that, yeah, letting go of something, letting it go so that you can't really, when you're swinging from tree to tree on ropes, you have to swing on one rope, grab the other one, and then let go of the other one so you can move forward, right? So that's really a big deal. And detaching is the key. And what's interesting is the chain between the mother and the baby. There's a chain right here. It's between the mother and the baby, right? Detaching. So some of my beautiful Cancers might be a little too attached to their moms. Doesn't make you a bad person. It just means it's okay for you to release so you can grow up and be on your own, okay? So for those of you who are very attached to your parents, it's time to be free. Be the responsible, beautiful creature that they raised you to be. I have faith that you can do it, and it's going to be awesome. So some of you will be moving out and freaking out. Don't be mad. Don't be sad. Do your thing. It's It's going to be amazing, okay? Little by little, everything gets done, all right? So, with all this being said, I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe. Comment below if you're digging what's going on here, the full getup and all. I know it's a lot, but I'm here for you. Please comment and let me know what's happening. I will respond. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you next week about the 17th through the 23rd.